Hey Leaf fans, we got something to talk about today. The Leafs made a trade, and like in my previous video, I talked about how the Leafs are gonna augment their bottom six. There's a good chance that they could trade their entire third line, and so today, the Leafs made a trade with Pittsburgh, where they traded Kasperi Kapanen and Pontus Aberg and Jesper Lindgren, which is a defensive prospect for the Leafs. And they got back in return the 15th overall pick in this year's draft, first round pick. They are replacing the pick that they gave up in the Patrick Marleau trade to Carolina. And they get back a left winger in Evan Rodrigues, who has spent some time playing with Crosby, but he's 27 years old. He's an RFA. Whether the Leafs keep him or not really depends on his asking price. I think the Leafs are going to squeeze this guy. Let me double check really quickly what his cap hit is currently. Did they upgrade Evan Rodrigues? He's coming off a $2 million contract. And, well, he had a really poor season this year. So, he's coming off a $2 million contract. And based on his price, I don't think the Leafs will be keeping this guy. They also got a defenseman, David Warsofsky. He's a $700,000 AHL D-man. They could keep him for depth. I don't know much about David Warsofsky. I will have to look into that. But the Leafs also did get Filip Hallander, which he could be the Pens' second or third best prospect in their system. So, really what this trade boils down to is the Leafs got rid of $3.2 million in Kasperi Kapanen, and they recouped the first round pick that they lost this year, and they got the Pens' number 2 or number 3 prospect in Filip Hallander. So, like I said in my previous video, I said Kasperi Kapanen and Andreas Johnsson are assets to this organization. And the fact that they got a first round pick and an A prospect sets the price for Johnsson right now. And it even increases the price for Kerfoot a little bit if they go down that route to trade him. So it's an interesting trade. I'm surprised that the Leafs made a move this quickly after leaving the bubble, but I guess the Pens GM, Rutherford, is not the kind of guy to sit around, sit still. He always makes trades before everybody else, before the trade deadline and things like that. So the deal fell into place, and a lot of people didn't know that the Leafs could make trades right now, and the teams out of the bubble can make moves with each other. So this is an interesting trade. It's sad to see Kapanen go. He has a lot of upside. He has a lot of potential, but he failed to step up this year. Last year when Nylander was not playing and in Sweden, he had a chance to play top minutes and really produce, and he did well, but it's a shame that he couldn't step into a bigger role. I think a guy like Dermott is in the same position. Dermott has had tons of chances to step in and play a bigger role and really cement himself on this team, which he has not, and he's an RFA. And I think the Leafs are going to squeeze him. I think his cap hit is going to start with a 1. So there you have it. The Leafs made a trade, opened up some cap space, recouped a first-round pick, and got an A prospect in Filip Hallander. If you don't know anything about Filip Hallander, you should go check it out on YouTube. He's got some pretty good highlights for you to check out. And he compares himself to Patrick Hornquist. He could, or most people say he could be another Alexander Steen. So he could be a long-term third line center with scoring upside, and he's got hands, he's got speed, so he's not a bad prospect. We'll see how that develops. And yeah, things are getting interesting in Toronto. Lots of moves coming. I maintain that the Leafs will not move anybody in their top six. Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, Marner, Hyman, none of those guys will get moved. Dubas is going to ride and die with his core for as long as he's here. So expect bottom six forwards to get interchanged, and moved around, and they're going to augment their defense. So we'll see how much cap space they can open up before free agency opens up in the beginning of October. So there you have it. Leafs make a trade. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like it? Do you not like it? It is what it is. See you later, Leaf fans.